Hello everyone, my name is Shane, and in this video, we're going to be checking out Samsung's best vacuum, the Bespoke Jet AI. This is Samsung's flagship top-of-the-line vacuum. It is my first cordless vacuum I've ever used, so super excited to check this out. Now, this one came out in mid-2023. There is a newer one around the corner that might be out in about a month or so. But this was very discounted at the time of this video, so I went ahead and purchased this one. I got this for $572. This also comes with the official cleaning station to make it easier to use this. And this also came with the mop attachment that you can put onto this as well. This is a $150 value as a separate purchase. So I'll have links in the description if you want to check out Samsung's latest deals for whenever you're watching this video. And this comes in two different colors, white and black. I have the black one here. Let's go ahead and check it out. So we have our cleaning station, looks similar to a floor fan. Here's a look at our handle. We have some Samsung branding here. We have some AI on the side. We have what feels like a pretty nice handle grip here. We have a little bit of texture on this handle. And then of course we have our display on here. This is how we're going to be changing different settings on this. So we get one battery included in the box with this. This is how it's going to be powered by attaching the battery onto the handle, and I assume the battery will charge through the cleaning station. We then have our wand that attaches to this, and then the base to go for the whole vacuum system. And overall, I would say the vacuum has a decent weight to it, but definitely still portable. Overall, I'm liking how much slimmer this vacuum setup is compared to just my standard vacuum that plugs into the wall. Seems to move around pretty well, so I'm definitely excited to check this out. Now, we also have inside the box a pet tool attachment to put onto the bottom, so if you have a lot of pet hair to deal with or some bigger messes, that's what this is going to be for. We also have a couple of other attachments here, so if I want to go ahead and just remove this whole bottom part, so I can just take off the whole top part if I want to even. Go ahead and clip this in for a little bit more precise of a spot to vacuum, which is nice. So these are really easy to just pop on and off. And of course you can put these onto the bottom portion as well down here. So there's these really nice easy buttons to go ahead and hit, and this stuff detaches really easily. So I'm definitely excited to try this vacuum out. I'm gonna go ahead, charge it up, use it, and I'll come back with my final first impressions on the Samsung Bespoke Jet AI vacuum.
All right, so I've had this Bespoke Jet AI cordless vacuum for a full day now. I've put it to good use, and I'm definitely ready to share some of my first impressions of it. So as far as actually vacuuming, I love that this is a very lightweight device compared to my conventional vacuum with a much larger dustbin on it. This thing is a lot more nimble and easy to move around. It feels very nice on the hard floors, moves very easily, and has not much sound at all. There's a very bright headlight on this, so vacuuming when it's a little bit darker in the evening time, like I was now, is perfectly fine. There's lots of different modes to choose from as far as your different vacuuming options. We just have a minimum setting here, in addition to a mid, a max, and a jet mode. And also, as the name suggests, of this Bespoke Jet AI, there's also an AI mode on this, which will automatically detect what level of vacuum you need depending on your surfaces. So, for example, if I'm on the hard floor, switch over to the carpet, it's going to automatically adjust. So it is nice when you're just quickly vacuuming around the house, it'll just change all the modes for you. You don't have to keep clicking it back and forth like I do on my conventional vacuum. It's also really nice that there's a lot of height adjustability with this vacuum. So there's just a knob on the middle here. You press down and just pull it out a little bit. It's all very smooth and can be changed very easily at any time. It's also very easy to adjust different wands and different vacuum parts on and off of this. It's easy to just take the whole entire vacuum off, have more of a handheld vacuum for some more of those handheld uses. And after vacuuming my entire house, the dustbin was about halfway full.
When you do plug in this vacuum to the all-in-one station, it is going to charge up that battery. So you can just leave the battery on the vacuum and just put it onto the cleaning station.
Of course, it also has the cleaning function, which is going to basically clear up any of the dust in your dustbin collected every time you put it onto the cleaning stand.
Now, what's also nice is that this cleaning station does have one of the dust bags in it out of the box. So nice that that's already installed and ready for you.
And as far as the battery life, I would say it has good enough battery life. I was able to vacuum my entire house on a single charge for about 35 minutes or so of vacuuming. But if you use some of the higher manual modes on this vacuum, the battery time seems to drop dramatically, like on the jet mode here with a 90% battery capacity at the time of filming this. It says I have 9 minutes of runtime at that much higher setting. You're not going to get nearly as much runtime, but I would say that for the tasks you're going to be doing with it, it is a sufficient amount of time before you would go back and charge it up at the station anyways. Now, maybe I've been spoiled by Samsung's latest and greatest smartphones, but the charging time on this vacuum isn't all that great, honestly. After a couple hours of charging, I still had a decent way to go to get back to full on this. I would say give it about a good 3 to 4 hours for it to be closer to a full charge. And then there's the spray spinning sweeper that came along with this, so I'm super excited to try out the mop part of this too. Now there's two options of mops to put on the bottom of these. So we have just these standard kind of washcloth material ones that you add your own water to, and you can go ahead and do your mopping. And then there's also these other pads to put onto this that would go with these disposable wet cloths. So if you just wanted to put on a couple wet cloths, instead of dealing with water on the pads, you could just use these, but there's only 10 of these. I'm not sure how you get more of these. I am simply starting out just putting in some water, vinegar, and some essential oils in this. There's a little slot on the front here. Just go ahead, click it into place. So I got my wet pads. These have the Velcro on the other side. So those just slot into place really easily. Just match it up with the hole in the middle, and these just pop on super easily. And then just go ahead and turn it on. It's gonna know that the mop's on the bottom, so you have your wet setting here. And this has 2 hours and 40 minutes of mopping time on this, so plenty of time by the time you would need to go back to charge up, and doesn't seem all that loud. So very easy to spray, gives you plenty to work with, and very easy to move around and go ahead and mop. And since this has the spinning, it actually does feel easier to just go around your floor quickly compared to a mop that you're kind of dragging back and forth. Just the spinning action on this, I think, makes it a little easier to just get around the house pretty easily. And I also found that it's really nice to switch between this mop attachment and the vacuum at a moment's notice. So I had some dust piles I wanted to just quickly vacuum up before I mopped a spot. It's very easy to just clip one part off, clip the other on. As soon as you turn back on the vacuum, it is automatically detected that it has the vacuum head on. And then again, super easy to just detach that, put the mop back on, and then you're right back to doing what you were doing. This also fits into a lot of tight spots very easily in my house, so I'm really liking the mop here. There is also a surprising amount of phone integration here with this vacuum, so you just scan the QR code on the vacuum in the SmartThings app, and then there's some actions and settings you can change from your phone. So you can go ahead and run the dustbin from your phone if you would need to do that for whatever reason. And there's some nice customization options, such as selecting which mode of the vacuum you want it to be turned on by default. You can change the duration of how long the automatic dustbin runs for, and you can even get notified of text and calls from your phone on the screen of the vacuum. So not all these things are going to be absolutely necessary, but if you're looking for some extra customization with your vacuum, the option is there. And maintenance also seems very easy on this vacuum initially, with the bottom portion of the vacuum coming off very easily to clean up hairs and other dust balls that get caught up in the spinning part. This has been my biggest issue with my other corded vacuum. It's hard to get into this spot to clean it out, but it just pops right out on this vacuum. You can click it right back in. It is definitely safe to say there's a lot of just little quality of life improvements on this vacuum compared to my standard cord in the wall vacuum I've been using my whole life. But overall, I'm really liking this Bespoke Jet AI a lot initially. It is way easier to use than my previous corded vacuum. It has a lot of nice quality of life features, such as automatically emptying the dustbin after you're done using it, the mopping attachment, a lot of different settings on the screen while you're using it, good enough battery life, and this cleaning and charging stand to go alongside it. And that's Samsung's best vacuum. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on it in the comments below. I'll have links to this down below. There's some good deals going on it right now, like the $300 off, alongside the free mop attachment that comes with it. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.